But new polling out of Clinton's adopted home state of New York is showing her favorability numbers underwater there for the first time ever. She is now viewed unfavorably by 51% of New Yorkers, according to a new Siena College poll. That's a net drop of 21 points since July, when her favorability rating was 56% in New York.
Let's hold it right there. That's always a warning sign, Mike, isn't it? When you're upside down in your own state while you're running for president. Scott Walker had it. Chris Christie had it.
A little bit more than a warning sign.
Yeah, it is. I was trying to be tactful. We've been accused of being too tough on Hillary.
She has had a brutal 3-4 months, though. Self-inflicted wounds. Ron, almost all of them self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah, you know, I keep going back to conversations I had with her senior advisors in March and April and May, who kept saying this trust doesn't matter, because I kept writing the big problem with this is if you lose your credibility, it's going to be harder for you to win, and if you do win, it's going to be harder for you to lead. They kept saying trust doesn't matter, trust doesn't matter. Look at Bill Clinton had lower trust numbers than Bob Dole. Bill Clinton had lower trust numbers than President Bush.
They said trust doesn't matter. I'm still, I can't process
senior official, trust doesn't matter, and many other officials are saying, making the same argument, but literally that was a quote.
And in
what
her
they don't realize
state of New York, she's lost 12 points in her favorability rating since July, from 56 down to 46.
That's a precipitous drop.
That is a precipitous drop.
People don't like it when their public officials don't tell them the truth, and she has not been telling the truth.
So, Nicole, what does she do? Has she started back in the right direction of starting to go on these shows and joking around and doing some interview shows? Is she?
I mean, I hear more people cringe when they see those things than cheer. I think she should crawl to the bottom, find out the ugliest truths about her own problems, and tell us what they are. And then climb back up, and a lot of people will root for her. She does have, you know, decent numbers when compared to the other people running, but I think that there's still this feeling, this dread among Democrats that she hasn't reached the bottom yet, that another shoe could drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the problem is as much what she did as how she has handled it. If she would, going on all these shows might be fine, it's making them feel good, but until she says, yes, I violated policy.
Right.
And I'm sorry I violated policy, and then does everything she possibly can to make those emails transparent, which they should have been in the first place. Unless she's able to do those two things, the rest to me is just...
well, and the preposterousness, we don't have Alperin with us still, do we? Okay. The preposterousness of Hillary Clinton being asked twice over the past 2 months on whether she supported Keystone or not, and refusing to give an answer 2 times, saying she's waiting for the White House, which was the most absurd answer. That would be like me running in Iowa in a Republican primary and somebody asking me my position on partial birth abortion and say, you know what? I'm going to wait till the White House comes out with a position on partial birth abortion, because I worked at the White House, and it just wouldn't be fair.
What could be the explanation for that?
And the State Department came out supporting it while she was the Secretary of State.
While she was the Secretary of State, and they also said, the State Department said, there was less of an environmental impact if you put the pipeline in, and it would create, 40,000 jobs? Which are construction jobs. And people go, oh, they're only temporary jobs. Well, yeah. Well, when you have a construction job on a mall, it's not like a 30-year. You don't, like, get the construction job on the mall and go, okay, well, I'm going to retire when I'm 55, if you're a 25-year-old construction person. But I can't help but listen to her talk about Keystone and just think, you can just hear the money sloshing around. There's a contributor or somebody there that's freezing her, because this is one of the more unifying issues on the Democratic side of the aisle, Ron.
Again, they don't realize how the times have changed. This isn't the 1990s. She's making an obvious, very calculated political decision at a time when people want transparency and less political calculation.
This is the positive impact if you